Welcome to Wednesday night skill building. My name is Debbie Barnett, and tonight it's all about improving our Mahjong skills. And I do this at ilovemahj.com. Oh, welcome. Elizabeth said, I enjoy watching your live videos and thank you for Siamese Sundays. Love playing Siamese. Oh, you are so welcome. Oh, it makes me so happy when people are getting something out of the content that I provide you guys. It makes me feel so good. All right, now I'm going to close my little window down here and I'm going to just talk a little bit about I Love Maj, especially for those newer attendees that are just coming in tonight. I Love Maj is where I do all of my live streams Wednesday night and Sunday. I do feel that it is one of the most intuitive sites out there. And what's really great about this site is that you can play against the bots, so you can practice, or you can schedule a game with your friends, or even create a personal table. And then your friends can just right there on the spot come into your table and you could start playing. But the best part of all is this exercise room. And I mean, there is nothing like it out there. Seriously, it is just so important for you guys to learn the card. I have experienced players here with us tonight. It's not just all about beginners, it's all levels. And the experienced players definitely know the importance of learning the card. You don't have to memorize it, but you have to get familiar enough with it to start recognizing the patterns under the different sections, know all the sections, and then be able to recognize the patterns. So this is a great place to do that. And once we get the new card, we're all sort of at equal playing field. Yes, experienced players are going to learn the card a lot quicker. But for the first few weeks, all of us are learning the card. So it's an interesting thing where beginners and experienced players alike are trying to figure things out. But there are patterns that, or hands that come back with different patterns. And so what I mean by that is that you might have this year our famous two pungs and two kongs, which are in almost every category on the card, except for quints and singles and pairs and addition hands this year. The two pungs and two kongs is this year showing as pung pung, kong kong. Pung being 3 of a kind and kong being 4 of a kind. And next year, this coming March, I want to say next year because we're in this year, but it is really this year. The new card might be Pung Kong, Pung Kong. It switches back and forth. So we have to get our brain used to it. Same hand, just different configuration. So this is just a really fun place, and also practice the Charleston in here. It's really cool. I'm going to be playing with bots, and I do play an official game so that my statistics get recorded in I Love Maj. And I also leave it at an advanced level bot. We have beginner, which is standard, intermediate, advanced. If you're a newer player, please feel free to start at level 1, but make sure that once you are winning a good amount of hands, you move yourself up to an intermediate and then finally advanced. And I stress this every week because you will win more at level 1. Why? Because they're not as defensive. They don't know as much strategy as level 2 and 3, these bots. They will do things that, make some, not so wise decisions, or maybe make a mistake by throwing a tile that is definitely should not be thrown, or pass something in the Charleston that typically is not passed. And so, I do encourage you to make sure you move up from there. So you got to go up on the levels. And now I'm going to go ahead and launch the game. And also Elizabeth just said that she plays with a group of ladies once a week. There's 8 of them, and they love the practice, the exercise room, and they even practice before they go to tournaments. That's great because that is definitely so important. You want to get your speed up and make really good choices when you're playing in a tournament. A whole different experience, but lots and lots of fun. So soon we'll have 2025 up here. Make sure you check this first. Very common when the new card comes out for players to forget to change it to the new card. Timer, keep it on. When you're playing against the bots on your own, this will help with your decision making when a tile is discarded, how long it's going to take you to call the discard. There is a pause button, so even if you did 10 seconds and you started running out of time, just hit the pause button. But this is good to do because you want to get down to that 4-second level in decision making. So I'm going to leave it off for tonight because I don't want to have to think about a pause button or anything. And some you guys know we have some tough decisions sometimes, and I need to talk through those. After all, this is all about being a learning experience. So we'll go ahead and get started. It would help if I had my card in front of me because I know it pretty well, but not by heart. I wonder if somebody gave me a quiz on this, if I could actually write down how many of the hands I could write down. That would be a fun little challenge. All right, I'm going to start the game. And I'm playing against these bots here, Kurt, Annie, and Amistad. And I always sort my tiles by suit to start with. It just cleans things up nice and neatly. As you can see, I don't have any jokers. I hope tonight is not going to be a jokerless night. I don't mind making a jokerless hand, but it may be. We don't know. And I normally put my Winds and Dragons down to the right just to start. It's just the way I'm used to setting it up. It doesn't matter if you keep them up front, and that's obviously how the platform has it so that it is. So, all right, so I'm going to start out with my multiples. Now, multiples are definitely, excuse me, a strength in a hand. We hope we can use our multiples. Sometimes multiples get broken up at some point because they just aren't working out with what we're collecting. And that's okay. You don't need to keep something if it's not working for you. But starting with the 7 dots, I would be looking first at any like numbers because it's definitely not 2024 or 2468. It could be addition hands if I wanted to keep an eye on addition hands. Probably not going to. It's not my favorite category. If I wanted to, let's see, I have a 4. That's about it as far as a number I would keep, but not my favorite. So right there, believe it or not, we have a whole hand in the making with obvious tiles missing from the groupings. But that is what you may hear of or hear in the future if you haven't heard it already as a no gap hand. And certainly it's nice to keep track of those, but sometimes there are tiles with a gap in it missing. Like let's say I didn't have the 7, that would have a gap in it, right? Sometimes you have way more tiles toward another hand and there is a gap in it. And it's okay because we have the Charleston to go through and things could drastically change. And we have tons of tiles to pick, right? All right, so I also have an 8 BAM here. And with the 8 BAM, it certainly could be an even category tile because it's an even number. But if I were to start collecting those right now, that's going to bring me away from all of these like number 7s. So instead, I'm going to keep those 8s for sure, possibly for something in a run, because 7 and 8, those two numbers are a run together. So I'm going to definitely do that. Now, I can keep the 9 because that would also be in a run, but more than likely, if I were going to be doing any kind of run, the 7, 8 being mixed suit would have to have two suits in a row. I mean, 4 numbers in a row with 2 suits, and the 9 wouldn't work there. So I may keep it just to see what happens. Things change drastically. I also have these 2 reds. And if I'm going to keep track of like numbers, then I might want to keep those, because like numbers is a small category of only 3 hands. You can easily memorize them. And so I know that there are dragons in the second hand under any like numbers, or line 1, or possibly line 3 if I want to keep this baby. I may get more wind tiles during the Charleston and get myself in a situation where I really have to make some hard choices, but that's okay. We have fun doing it, right? All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the 1, the 4, and the 2. Let's just talk a little bit about passes. And, this is, there's 2 suits here for the 2 and 4. A lot of times people say, oh, do you really want to pass that? There's my real firm rules are don't pass flowers and don't pass pears at all costs. Okay, those are my real big rules. Now, if you have a really great pass, what are the chances that the person you're giving it to are playing those exact numbers in that particular category? This is a 1, 2 consecutive. This is a 2, 4 evens. I think it's okay. But a lot of times people say, they just get so nervous about what they pass. Your job is to really build your hand and just not make real and I'll go over anything I see, like don't pass a north and south together. If you can, if you have an east and west, try to break it up. Do a north and an east, or north and a west, because of the hands that use north, south, or east, west. So we kind of try to do some really important things there, make some good decisions about that. All right, now I got an 8, and I definitely have some good runs here. And, I'm kind of happy I held on to that 9 in a way. Well, we'll see, because I'm going to have to break something up here. If I'm not going to play, now I have 2 souths. Now I could be thinking, I know there's 2 consecutive numbers, a run of 2 consecutives in the winds, and I do have 7 dot and 8 bam. Now I might be thinking, oh my God, what if I get more? What if I get north right there? See? So there's a hand with the gap. I'm missing the north, but it doesn't mean I won't get it. So I don't know what I'm going to do. We're talking through it. I also have this 7, 8, 7, 8, 9 right here from the BMs through the dot. That's the bottom concealed hand under consecutive run. And it is riskier. Sure, it's consecutive. I mean, it's concealed. And the 9 is a pair, and I can't call anything. So maybe that's not the wisest thing to be keeping track of right now. Maybe I don't want to give up this pair of souths right now. And if I don't want to do that, and I'm not going to do 7, 8, 7, 8, 9, and I want to keep those reds for a little bit, maybe I'll do that. That leaves me open, keeps my 7s alive for any like numbers. It keeps a north-south with 7 dot and 8 bm alive. So I have some nice options. I could potentially still get a 6 crack or a 9 crack and have flower 7, 8, 9, or 6, 7, 8 in a mixed suit run, because I know under consecutive there is a mixed suit run, third line down on the right side. But I'm not settling on anything right now. I'm just trying to get tiles in and give me a direction and be like, oh, okay, we're going for either that or that. That's what my goal is. So let's see what happens here. All right, so now I got the 2, the 5, and the 3. I don't really want to change my mind with anything. Sometimes I see new players when, they're just starting out and they're like, well, shouldn't I keep that? Well, we can't keep everything. And I've got enough here going on right now. I'm kind of happy with that for right now. So I'm going to get rid of those. I got that 8 back again, but I did get a green. So, one thing about that second hand under any like numbers is that you need the pairs. So that's a little risky there. But there's that hand right there, very pretty. And I'm going to move this down here for a minute. Let me see. I might keep that. I haven't seen any. We're starting into the second Charleston right now. I haven't seen any more wins come in. Will I see them? I don't know. I am definitely going to continue the Charleston. I really struggle when I hear people tell me that their group stops the Charleston all the time. They don't continue it. Wow, you're really doing yourself a disservice there. Let me tell you, in this game, you get a chance of looking at 12 more tiles, and you are minimizing your ability to form better tiles and to make mahjong. So I just encourage you to just continue unless you have one really strong hand. So I'm going to continue, and we're going to have to make some hard decisions here.
Second Charleston.
And I'm going to get rid of the 8. And I will get rid of the 9. And I think I'm going to break up the south because I haven't seen any other wins. But this game works really strangely. I'm going to get a north on my next incoming pass. Watch. But we'll see. Let's see what happens. All right, let me make sure I'm good with this. I'm good with that. 7, 8, 9. Yep. All righty. I did not get it back, but I did get the 9 crack, which I spoke about. 7, 8, 9 crack with the flower in front of it, consecutive run, line 3 on the right side. That would be a really nice backup hand to keep an eye on. And because of that, I am going to pass the south because I do think that's going to be a better backup hand for me than keeping the south and breaking something else up or giving away the 9 for the bottom any like numbers, which needs a pair and 4 single tiles. So that's what I'm going to do. And I didn't get any wins back. Maybe somebody's collecting them. I don't know. But that 2, that 4, and 5, look at that. We're going to get rid of those. We don't need them at all. The more you play, the more you'll recognize which tiles are coming back and going out and all that. And that helps. It's always good to have that information. So we'll get rid of this.
Courtesy pass.
And I got another 9, which is kind of exciting at the end of the game to get a completely new tile, or what I like to call a fresh tile. Yeah, I mean, that's great, right? So now, I've got this here going on. And I never really considered singles or pairs because there was nothing too great, although I have a lot of 9, 8, 7. going on. I got that 8 back. So if I wanted to, can keep an eye on that. It's kind of weak. I don't know if I really want to try to build that hand. That would be the third line down on the right side. I just don't know if I want to even do that tonight. I could pass one tile and just see what happens, but I'd have to make a real hard decision soon. I've got the 99887, 99887, and I'm missing some. Not bad though. I mean, I don't know, maybe I'll keep it. Maybe I'll keep an eye on it. It would be fun to just try it. So I almost want to like get rid of these, the dragons, but I had the reds from the beginning, the green I got somewhere during it. And if I do just discount those and get rid of that, that's a brand new fresh tile right now. Do I want to do the 4 dot in the green? And forget about that second hand because I've got so many other things with mixed suit run right now going on and the any like numbers line 1, which would be a lot safer. Maybe I'll do these two. Help me get a few in. I'm kind of changing directions, but that's what this game is all about. And it's okay to do that as long as you have options. Don't change things up if it's going to get you further away from where you're going. I think I'm going to try it since that was not my green to begin with. Ooh, ooh, look at that. Oh my God. Now, okay. I never even expected this to happen. But here's the deal. Let's put it in. I like to go from the higher one to the lower. So 99887 and 99. I don't know why my brain reads it not from small to high. That's not that it matters. So if I were, let me stick this up here actually. If I were to get 2 9s, that would be great. The challenge is I only need a 998 here. That's my challenge. Now I could get, I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to get rid of the reds. It'll give me time to see what I pick in. I'm not picking one thing right now. I'm not committing. I may end up picking a couple jokers and change my mind altogether. Just a little weak. If I got a 9 or an 8, I'd start feeling better about this, the way it's coming in right now. We'll see what happens. But right now I'm looking at possible like numbers with 7s. Oh, Randy said not good odds. Yeah, you never know. But I've got my mixed suit run thing going on. I've got like numbers still.
Red,
We're just going to
red,
keep an eye on stuff and see what happens.
1 bam.
And I knew that one went around in the Charleston a few times, so that's going to go right now, just in case someone kept it.
4
Now,
dot.
I do like to
1
get out the freshest tiles first. And anything that I've had left after the Charleston, I didn't rush for this red because 2 went out already. But I want to get out the freshest tiles. That's when players are not, able to form their hands. And even if their tiles are good and they can call it for an exposure, that's okay. That's supposed to happen. But don't.
Debbie, can I ask a question?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm not understanding your 998 and your 99. I'm
Oh.
not understanding that discussion.
Okay. So I had said singles and pairs, line 3.
Oh,
Right.
okay. All right.
So
Oh, got you.
Look
Okay.
at singles and pairs, line 3
Okay.
on the right side. I'm sorry.
Okay, got it.
I might have been going a little bit too quiet. Okay,
Thank you.
so and I see you did put that in there, Francie. So I'm sorry I was delayed on getting that answer to you, but Not too late though. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the red,
flower,
but I'm not
six
like
crack,
committed to anything
one
yet.
crack,
I'm
one
just
crack,
going to keep collecting
crack.
my stuff.
two dot, one bam,
And, now I even have, of course, this one out earlier too. 6, 7, 8, 9, but I'm not going to keep that. I do have 7, 8, 9. If that other hand singles and pairs, if I bail out of that right there, flower, 7, 8, 9. Same suit run, third line down. Same as this hand, 7, 8, 9. Same line on the right side. So I'm not going to keep this in the mix right now.
six crack, four
We're
crack,
just going to have to wait and see what I get.
three crack,
One more tile that comes in could give me direction. And I just got another tile in. So now I have to really decide. And I do feel, I might be just better off keeping, I'll keep my 7 numbers still open. 7, 8, 7, 8, 9. I never saw 9 dots. 7, 8, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. I mean, that bottom concealed consecutive run hand, the very last line is a nice hand, but I would need either 8 dots or I would need 9 dots. But boy, that is, let me put that together right here. 7, 8, 7, 8, 9. And I got the hardest part. That is really nice. So if I keep flower, 7 dot, 8 bam, 9 crack in mind, and I keep the 7, 8, 7, 8, 9, better to keep it that way because the 9 is a pair. If I pick up some jokers and I get an 8 dot, it could work. I think I'm gonna start breaking up these 8 cracks. Yeah. If anybody has anything else to say about what they think might work better, let me know. I'm watching Zoom right now. I'm keeping an eye on the YouTube chat. My husband usually chimes in as well, but right now I'm thinking of keeping an eye on this right here. I have all of this with a gap. I have a gap for sure, 8 dots. 7, 8, 7, 8 dot, 9 crack. Bottom consecutive run hand, or my 7 dot, 8 bam, 9 crack, preceded by a pair of flowers. I think I'm going to try that. I don't have any jokers right now. I mean, I just have to hope I get some. I'm going to bail from that 9, 9, 8, 7 hand right now. I feel like there'll be much more learning experience for me to work these 2 hands that I'm thinking of right now than to, or 3 hands actually, because I'm
And
still, yes,
you passed a 9 dot in the Charleston and they must have kept it.
maybe so, but nonetheless, we'll see what happens.
crack, four
That was,
bam,
yeah, that was before this
9
even came
bam,
into play, huh?
two crack,
We'll
call,
see what
2
happens. So
bam,
we have a Kong of 2 cracks called.
so 2 bam,
How early did I throw that? Let's see. How early did I throw that 9 dot? I'm like not even remembering it. When?
I think it was in the second Charleston,
Yeah. I don't even
like at the
remember.
beginning of it.
Like I remember the 5 dot and moving it and thinking, should I keep it? Yeah, I don't remember it. You got a
Flower.
better memory than me.
flower,
All right. Now that's a pair. I mean, that's the pair in that hand. I'm sorry. But now I'm closer to 7, 8, 9. Whoops. And you see how this happens, you know, when you start filling in. And I still have an 8 crack to get rid of. So is that going to be the hand? Well, it looks like it's kind of pointing that way, doesn't it? Because I can call the 9 crack and the 8 bam, and I need one good pick for the 7. But man, I definitely need a flower to feel really good about this.
8 crack.
Hi,
8
Linda.
crack.
Thanks for joining in on YouTube. Haven't seen you in a while. Maybe it's because I haven't been here in a little while. No, there's the 8 dot that no, that was the other way. Never mind. All right, so now I'm just going to get tiles out. I'm not having to think too much about anything because I'm keeping this stuff right now for a little bit. These are, if I don't use the 7 bams or the 7 cracks, my hope is that when I decide to throw it out, which won't be too late in the game, maybe somebody will call it and put up a joker and then I'll grab some joker bait.
5 bam.
But please give me a
8
flower right now. Give me a flower. No, I didn't think so.
9 bam. 2 bam. 9 bam. 9 dot.
Here's a 9 dot.
Call. Green.
Aha, Deb, you were right about that.
4 bam.
You had that
3
pegged.
dot. South.
So these, a lot of things are predictable if you start remembering what you've passed in the Charleston and they're not getting discarded early. And Annie was playing with 9 dots.
9 crack.
Nobody called the South. Okay. I'm going to call this. It is risky, but I'm going to call it. There's 3 flowers out. Hopefully I will get one and get lucky.
4.
What? 4 out?
4 out.
1, 2, 3. Oh,
Oh, there's 5.
there's 5 out. Ooh. Ooh. Wow. That's a real challenge. 5 out. Man, my eyes didn't even see that at first. 5 flowers on the table. That means there's only 3 available. Big risk. Big risk.
But on the flip side, nobody's using them, it looks like.
Well, nah, you're right. But what about Amistad could be playing any like numbers, right? Or mixed suit something or same suit something. I mean, he could be playing 2, 4, 6, 8 with the Kong, and that needs flowers too. I mean, the only hand that he might not be using flowers could be line 1 of the 2024, line 4 consecutive run. No, we can't even be doing that one. It looks like they're like maybe only, I mean, he could be do the mini run. No, we saw no wins except for my 2 Souths in the Charleston, right? That I ended up passing. I mean, I started with 1 and
That's
got.
right.
So that means maybe he's playing wins. I'm going to call it. So it's all about a learning experience, right? I can call it. I've got 4. Don't need a joker. I'm going to take a risk right now. Let's see what happens and how it plays out. And it would be a Kong.
Call. 7 crack. So.
Let's see what
3
happens
crack.
here.
4 bam.
I'll do the 7.
7 crack.
4s are out.
dots.
Few of them already. Let's see how many. We've got 1, 2, 2, unless I'm missing it, which I often do.
4 dots. Green.
46 tiles left down here. So once we get down to 33, we'll be in the end game. So after the deal, 99 tiles. Break it out into thirds. It helps with decision making and strategy throughout the game. First 33, just get out the freshest tiles and don't worry about it at all. Middle game, you could still play rather quickly and still get out your fresh tiles. We're almost in the end game. I'm going to be paying a little bit more attention to things. Right now, there's an East, almost a guarantee it's going to be called by either Kurt or Amistad. Let's see who does.
East. 4 crack.
Oh my God. did not get called. Maybe he already has 3.
9 bam. 5 crack.
I wonder if I'm going to see any jokers. I'll split those 7s up soon.
5 crack. 1 dot. Call. 5 dot.
All right, there we go. He's either playing 1, 2, 3, mixed suit run line 3 with a pair of flowers, or he's playing the east-south, east-west or north-south. Let's see. I know there's at least 2 souths, right? I don't see a south out. I thought there
There's
was 1 out. Okay.
Call. 7 dot.
Quint. Now we know who has all our jokers. Wow. 5s. Darn. He could be playing line 1 quints, line 2 quints, line 3, or line 4. Darn. Oh, there's a 7 dot and I can't call it. That hurts so much.
5 bam. 1 bam. Joker swap. Red. Mah Jongg.
Kurt rather, got that. Wow, he picked it himself and he was playing the second hand. Look at that. Very nice. Second hand under quints. Nicely done. There were 4, he had 4 jokers. Someone did an exchange on 1. I want to see that would be 4 right there, 5 right there. Let's see. 1, 2, 3 are right there. Wow. And
you
of
and
course,
you and Annie were competing for the 7 dots.
7 dots. So yeah, 6, 7, 8, 9. She was doing that pung pung kong kong, it looks like. And then of course Amistad was playing east and west, and he wasn't able to throw the east that I discarded. Annie had 1 in her hand. You know, I would have thrown it, Annie, if I were you. I would have gotten that thing as soon as I got mine out. I would have gotten that out, because good chances that's what he was playing. Get him out early. All right, let's close this up and let's start again. Well, good job. Good job, Kurt.
First Charleston.
I have no jokers again. And now I have my pair of flowers. Look at this, look at this. Okay, well, let's start with our pair of flowers, of course. And by the way, I keep my flowers. First of all, I don't pass them in the Charleston because they are very needed and they're a gift. So don't give a gift to your fellow opponents. Save them. If you end up not playing a hand with flowers, you could dump them later. But now I have 2 flowers, pung of 2s, very nice. I have another 2. I'll keep the wind in case I get some wins, and this is like a repeat almost of last time for any like numbers line 3. But that's not all I'm going to do. I'm not putting all my Mahjong tiles in one basket. No way. So what else can I do here? Well, I like to keep anything in maybe the run family, or I would keep 2, 4, 6, 8 possibly. But I think the run family is much more flexible than 2, 4, 6, 8 as a general rule, because it could be any numbers except for line 1, which has to be those numbers only. So I'd rather keep my 3s and 4s because they feed off of 2s. And if I had 1s, I may even keep the 1s if I had tiles to pass. So I'm going to get rid of these. Yeah, they look pretty because they're all the same suit, but to be honest, that's okay for me. Oh, let's see. Now I have a 1, and I said I would keep it potentially. Okay, so let's see. 1, 2, 3. If I kept the 4, then I don't know if I'll get any soaps. Look at all these 2s and 4s. Wow. I mean, look at that. All I need is soaps. I have all of those 2s and 4s to make something happen in the 2024 category.
You could also do 1, 2, 3, 4, 4.
Yeah, then give up 2 of
consecutive.
those and give up
A
2.
consecutive 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 one down with
Yeah, the
all 5
quint
flowers.
of flowers, right? But if I do that, I got to get rid of these,
Yeah, no, I wouldn't do that either.
right? I think that puts me in a weaker position. But
Okay.
I'm thinking in terms of, wow, can I save all of this here and not have to jeopardize? Like I can get rid of this and I could get rid of this. And I mean, oh, wow, let's see. 2, 0, 2, 4. I'd have to get rid of one of these tiles or get rid of this one and just see what happens in this. You know, I have 2, 3, 4. Maybe that's what I'll do. Let's see what happens. I mean, it's kind of fun. I have like all of this right now going on, and I'm keeping the 2, 3, 4 as far as the same suit run. So let's see what happens. I mean, I don't want to get rid of anything, to be honest. I want to keep it all, but I can't keep it all. All right, so I got a 3. So now I'm again pointing toward, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to continue the Charleston. So I don't like the fact that I'm settling in on one hand right now. So yeah, it's not the way I would really want to do that. But let's see. I'm going to continue. Oh
Again,
God.
Charleston.
2, 3, 4. And then 2, 3, 4. I want to keep my possible mixed suit option, but no. All right, let me do this. 2, 3. No, I don't think that's going to work too well. Oh, I don't want to get rid of anything.
Wouldn't you rather keep the 4 BAM
Mm,
so that you could still do something in the 2024 category? Because you've got the 2 and the 4 BAM.
I could possibly. Yeah, because of 2, 0, 2, 4, right? Yeah, I'll do that, Deb. Let me do that. Now, I could keep this so that I could either do 1, 2, 3 or 2, 3, 4. It gives me more flexibility, which makes more sense to me at this point. I'm sure you'll agree, Deb, than keeping the other way. So I'm going to do this. This at least gives me some flexibility on both sides. There, I got those back again.
Courtesy pass.
And another 1 dot. So there were 2 floating around. Okay, so I know the 1 dot's not going to get back in the hands of Amistad. They're going to Annie, so I'm okay getting rid of, let's see, I'll do the 3. Yeah. I mean, the tiles are nice, so I'm not that upset. It's just I like to have a lot more options.
North.
So now we're just going to get rid of our tiles. I like to get rid of wins early if I'm not playing them.
8 dot.
You just never know when somebody's going to pull one of those tiles towards the very end for the news hand, any like numbers news hand, or the second from the bottom wins and dragons hand. So
4 BAM.
okay, guys, where are my jokers? Speaking of my jokers,
Left. 7 BAM. 3 BAM.
now I need some good picks. Of course, I can't take that at this point, so I'll get rid of this.
South. 6 dot. 1 dot. West.
1, 2, 3. Okay, I do have a pair. I'll hold those for a little, for later, because you have more strength. The tiles are safer for later or possible joker bait. You never know. So I'd like to get rid of my single stuff first. And this 7 dot went around, but it was left in the Charleston. So I like to get
7
those
dot.
out
8
first.
dot.
Don't worry too much about that. Just make
7
sure
dot.
you get out the freshest tiles
6
first.
dot.
Oh, I like that position that I'm in here. Now, it could be
5 bam.
I switch out entirely to, guess what?
You need some soaps.
I should, well, no, what about any like numbers with twos?
Oh, yeah, that too.
What I love about that hand is that one of these could be the Kong, and then the other one could be a Pung. Well, let's just see what happens.
8 dots.
Hey,
1
I
dot.
didn't expect to get two bams in my hand.
8 bam.
Let's wait until we get something in to give me some direction.
7 dots.
Give me a 2 dot. There's the 2 zeros. That's not going to work anymore for me. Too little, too late. Way too late. I mean, I do have 2 0 2 4, but at this point I abandon the 4s, so I'm not going to do that.
So
Oh,
6 crack.
came in
1 crack.
wrong time. Another 1 crack, so 2 are out. So if I get something in, that will be the 1 crack. The 1 2 3 is getting weaker on that end. So
7 crack. Call. South.
all right, we have a 7 crack joker exchange.
Bam.
Debbie, got your bell ready?
5 crack.
No, but I have my mouth ready. It's always ready.
Oh, you're funny. All righty. So I am going to get rid of the 1 crack, and then let's talk about this here. Okay. I mean, I don't know who's playing with 2 dots, but, or maybe nobody is, I don't know. But I really only need 1 more good pick to be able to call everything. And that's what you want to be set up to do. I never in my life thought I was going to be thinking of any like numbers line 1, but it is a possibility. You know, I need 4 flowers, and then I would need 1 more of either a joker or 2 dot to call that. And I can call either the 2 bam or the 2 crack for the Kong in that line 1 of any like numbers. So we're just going to see what happens. I'm going to get rid of the 1 crack. I still have a backup with 2 crack, 3 crack, 4 crack with the flowers.
1 crack. 4 bam. 5 bam. North.
It'll just depend. All right, let's look at it. Let's look at this one. Let's move the 2s down. We're going to look at both options. Flowers, I can call the 2 crack, I can call the 3 crack, and I can call the 4 crack. I mean, you can't get any better than that set up. Now, if I played any like numbers, I can also call. All right, you guys, it's even no matter which way I go. I'm almost tempted to go this way rather than the other, because the fact that I only have 1 4 crack means that, you know, if somebody does, well, I may have to put up 2 jokers anyway, but I'm just thinking in terms of if I only have 1 4 crack right now, it may mean someone else is playing with them, and it may be better off me dumping it now than keeping it and then calling it for, you know, an exposure and having the person who's playing them take all my jokers. What do you think? I think this is going to be any like numbers might be the way.
Are you at all concerned that somebody may have the 2 dots?
Yeah, I'm concerned about that too.
Debbie, can't you discard one of the 2 bams and leave yourself open either way?
I need the 2 bam though.
I know, but you need more.
No, I need the same amount of each hand.
Yeah, I know, but I think if you decided to go, if you could go both ways, you might try the 2 bam. Just a thought.
Oh, God, I hate to do that though.
Well, don't. It was just a thought.
It is a good thought though, Agnes, but geez. Oh, my goodness. I don't know. So I could be concerned about the 2 dot, and I am concerned about the 4 crack too.
But
Did
you
we
could
see-
also use 3 jokers for a pung of 3 dots.
Right.
For a pung of 3 dots
If-
or 2 dots?
I mean, 2 dots. What did I
Yeah.
say? I
I
meant 2
could,
dots.
you're right. If I get another flower or joker, I could certainly do that. That would be probably the best scenario of all. So I'm gonna get rid of the 4 crack. Oh, it could work either way.
4 crack, 6 crack, 1 dot, 2 crack,
All right, I'm calling it, making that my pong.
call, 3 crack, red, 5 band, 8 band, east, red, 1 band, 8 band, north, flower,
Always get those winds out, even if they're already out and you have a fresher towel. Get them out, get them out, get them out. All right. Now, if I put, I mean, I have to call this, obviously. Someone's going to take that flower immediately. And then I'm set for that 2 dot for Mah Jongg. So I guess I'm going to go ahead and call it. I hate putting up jokers with flowers because they go so quick. Ugh. 3 against 1 here, right? I'm going to
But
do it.
you're not giving up a joker that you need because you have 2 more.
I know, but I hate doing it. That doesn't mean I don't hate doing it. I hate,
Oh,
I'm gonna grab them anyway.
Yeah, you could take them anyway.
8 band,
Oh, look what I got. Can you believe it?
joker slot, 3 crack, east,
Why am I having partners all the time lately? Even in person, I'm having partners.
north, 1 dot,
Come on. Ooh, now. See, I start to pay. I'm not quite at the end game, but I knew when that 6 p.m. came in. I don't remember seeing that go out on the table. None out. That means it's a fresh tile. And of course, I'm not going to not throw it and throw the 3 instead, which is what sometimes the beginner player wants to do. But if I could stress anything right now, if you want to make your hand and continue building it for Mah Jongg, the thing to do is not to keep this 6 p.m. at this point. A little later on, it's going to be a decision. Can I really win? And do I want to take a chance? But if this is somebody's Mah Jongg right now and I have 4 jokers, it wasn't meant to be my hand. That's how I look at it. But I want to win. So who's going to call it?
6 band, 9 band,
I'm shocked,
call, 7
but
band,
that's why you get him out early. Oh my God. Is he playing any like numbers with 9s? Yes, yes, yes. Is there anything else? No, no, no. All right. Any like numbers with 9s? I got your number, Annie.
3 crack,
Okay, 5 dots. Is that fresh as well? Yes. All right, I'll get it out.
5 dots, call, west,
Uh-huh. Okay, expected. Now I have a 5 dot available and there's another 6 bam.
6 band, 3 dot, 9 dot, joker slot, 6 dot,
Oof, that got me a little nervous. 4 cracks, 1 there.
that's the one you threw.
Well, that's it. That's it.
4 crack, flower,
I gotta call it. Put up 4. Yuck. Yuck.
call, 3 crack, 3 band,
But now I can, get a joker or a 2 dot and I'm good. So let's hope that nobody, look, it doesn't look like anybody's playing two dots, does it? Based on
not
what's
yet.
up there.
6 bam, Joker slot, 3 bam,
There it is. Mahjong.
Mah Jongg,
Oh my God. That was a little stressful.
Kurt's got 2 dots.
Who has them?
Kurt.
Oh, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ah.
Wow. Poor Joker
2, 3,
himself.
4, 5 with this with the soaps.
Wow.
I wasn't even thinking that. Were you guys thinking that?
Mm-mm.
I was not. I lucked out there, huh? I really did. Okay, any like numbers 9s for Annie? 2, 3, 4, 5 with the matching dragons, consecutive run. Wait a minute. Oh, it actually turned out to be consecutive run line 1. Yeah, because of the 3. Were the 3 out? 3's out because that had to be a pair for line 5 consecutive run. Let's see. Were there 3's out? 1, 3.
It must still be in the wall.
Maybe let's see. 1, 2,
Yeah, there's 2 in the wall.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I wonder why it decided it would be consecutive run line 1. I guess because the pairs were covered in that hand, the 2 and the 4. And so that would have been the safer one to play. But why, when it's still having
Yeah, he could still have been playing line 5.
exactly. Like, why did it come up with that? Should I take a picture and ask? I bothered Julie and Philippe so much, but
It wouldn't hurt to ask.
I like to know. Let me just see. Take a quick picture. Why not? All right, and there was only one, let's see, here's the remaining tiles. 1, 3 dot, 2, 3 dots
Yeah,
still
there's-
in the wall, 1 was out. Okay, let me take that in case she asks about that.
And there were 2 4 dots too.
Still remaining.
Yeah. So,
Right, right. Well, the 4 dot is a pair. And then, yeah, and then of course it would have been an easy pung for that. Now, what about soaps? 1 soap remaining. Yeah, I don't know. I can't really tell you. I would have not, like, I guess it has to maybe compute which is,
The one they were closest to, maybe.
yeah, I guess. Well, but look, closer to that line 5 than line 1. Look at how many tiles toward line 5,
Yeah,
right?
I agree.
Yeah, almost doesn't make a whole bunch of sense, but okay, let's start our next game.
Because the only thing he needed was a 3 dot.
Right.
No, he needed a soap and a
No,
3 dot.
yeah.
Yeah, he needed,
So wait, yeah.
he needed the 2 to get on call, right? I mean, not the 2, yeah. He needed
He
the,
just needed a soap and a 3 dot for MahJongg.
he didn't have his pair in line for line 5.
Yeah,
Or
he needed the 3 dot to make his 3 dot pair.
oh, right. Oh, Jesus.
And then he needed 1 more soap.
You got it. You got it. Okay, so I'm already sorted by Sue. And we're going to do this all over again. And we're going to start with our pair of 3s. And on the left side of the card, it could be any like numbers. So I'm going to grab the other 3. We're just collecting tiles and categories. 3, nothing really in addition hands, thank God. Let's see if there's anything fun that we could do, by the way, in a jokerless singles and pairs hand. I didn't mean to say jokerless, even though it is, but I meant to say singles and pairs. All right, we'll get there. We'll get there. Let's see. We've got, I do like the fact that we have 3, 4, 5, the singles there, but we don't have any 6s at all. We do have east and west with that run 3-4. That could be a possibility to keep all of that too. If we were to keep some singles and pairs, it could be the 3-6-9. And we do have some 1-3-3-5, the low end odds too here, but we can't keep everything. So I think I'm going to start with this and see what happens. Well, that didn't work out real well, did it? Maybe northeast, west, south will come in for any like numbers with 3s. Oof. I don't know. I would like to keep the 1s and the 5s and the 3s too, but I can't keep everything. Now I got another 3. That's kind of nice. So like numbers, line 3 is kind of happening right there. Well, let's see. 3, 6, 9. I gotta do something. First left, I could do a blind pass if I wanted. I don't think it's going to be strong for singles and pairs. So I think I should really try and get more tiles in. But am I just going to be blocked into this darn 3? You know, if I get dragons, maybe I can get soaps and greens and do that 3-6-9 line 4. I don't know. I think I'm going to try to maximize my potential here. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Now I got another east in and I didn't keep that other run number. But we're going to continue this. I'm going to keep that just for the heck of it. Let's see what happens. Nope. Where are my jokers? Another 2. Oh my God. I don't know. Let's see. I'll do that.
Courtesy pass.
Man, I didn't get anything good in here. This is really not a good Charleston right now. Do I want to keep 1, 2, 3? I already gave away the 1s and the 2s and the 3s. Probably not. I'm going to do 3. This is really not my favorite Charleston right now. I'm just saying. All right, so I got another 3. That gives me a little flexibility with which 3s. That's a brand new one right at the end, which is a little crazy.
Flower.
So we'll just see what happens. I'm going to hold I think I'm going to hold the east for a little bit just to see what happens. Not too long, of course. I have to consider if I do get a number in the 3-4 or 2-3 back.
8 dot.
I gave it away.
North. 2 dot.
Like right there. And I
9
know I
dot.
passed a 9
8
dot.
1 bam. 7 dot.
And there's one of those out already. So I'm going to go ahead and start getting rid of the ones that are not on the board.
7 bam. 2 bam.
That was
3
going
crack.
around. There's a 3 crack I can't call without
8
jokers. There's a west. I'm going to keep that for a little bit. 7 cracks not out.
7
I'll
crack.
get it out.
1 crack. So. Flower.
Wish I could call it, but I can't. We'll keep that
9
for a bit.
bam. 6 bam. North.
Boy, do I wish I had.
South.
Oh, God, I'd love that.
8 crack.
So
3
I
crack.
wish I didn't give away that run number. There's a 3 crack. Let me see what's going. That's the second 3 crack. Yuck.
Six
Can't make a
bam.
commitment with anything
Yeah.
right now. There's 1 3-dot. My tiles are going out. Yuck. Yuck, yuck. Hmm. All right, let's see. Everything is out already. That's too bad.
So 8 bam. East.
I could always start getting, see now I'd like to call that. I don't have my twos, so I can't really do that right now, but who knows? Let's see. Nope. If I were to get the pair of Norse, I could look at line 4 under Winds and Dragons, but I'm not gonna grab that right now. I can't do it.
4 bam.
Not set up enough right now. So,
4 crack. Call. 7 crack.
oh, we got a 4 crack up for a joker.
Joker swap. 2 crack.
Nice. Take them from me. Nice.
6 crack. 7 bam.
Where are my jokers?
8 crack.
I sound like I'm
9
whining.
dot.
Wrong one, but let's see. 2 went out early on.
2 bam. 3 dot.
Another 3-dot.
4 bam. 1 crack.
Wow.
7 dot.
I'm just
5 dot.
trying to think of what will happen
3
here.
dot.
Another 3-dot. All my
9 bam.
3s.
7 dot. 9 dot.
And of course, 4 cracks can't be my number.
5 bam. Mah Jongg.
All right. We just know it wasn't meant to be for me. Look at that. Any like numbers with the 4 jokers for his flowers? Whoa. Look at that. Is that nice? And 5 jokers. I had 0. Kurt had 1. That's 6. And Annie had none either. Nuts. Annie was playing 2 4 6 8 line 4. Okay, 4 times 6 equals 24. And Kurt was playing 3 6 9 line 4, which I was looking at slightly in the very beginning. Okay, let's start again.
First Charleston.
Where are the jokers tonight? Let's start with our pairs. Now I got 2s and 9s. They're not good friends in this game. Trust me when I say they are not good friends. But I'm going to start with the 2s and see what happens, see how it looks. I don't have any other like numbers. I don't have any 2 4 6 8, but I do have a 1 2 3 in dots. Same suit run, line 3, left side of consecutive run. Right? Now, if I want to keep my 9s, they could be odds, high-end odds. That hand is really split almost between the 2, low end and high end, 1 3 5 or 5 7 9. I could do that. And I think I'm going to do this. I think I'm going to do that. Wow. Now I got a 7.
Need a 5-dot.
Yep, I need a 5-dot. So if I keep that in mind, so you have to picture the hands, you have to know that, if I have the 7 and 9 crack and I have a pair of 7s, that what do I need? At the beginning, I need 5 dots. So that's nice right there. It's 1 and 2, the 1 3 5 7 9. I don't know if that even could be a possibility. Probably not. But I'm going to pass this now. And then I have some like numbers with 7s. I don't want to get rid of that either. So I think in my mind, if I want to keep 1 3 5 7 9, line 1 right side open. And I would need 5 BAMs and more stuff, obviously. I think I'm going to do this and break up the 2. Remember early on we talked about that? Sometimes the pairs don't work for you. And they're not speaking to me. There's 1, 3, 5, bam, 7, 9, crack would be line 1. Of course, I need the pairs, the 7 and the 3 dot, the hardest ones there. And I think I'm going to go ahead and do this. Give me something I could go by. Of course, I'm going to continue.
Second Charleston.
I like when I don't have to really think too much about it. I'm just going to get rid of these. Let's see. Do I need those for any reason? 7, 8, 7, 8, 9. No. No. Mm-mm. Okay, I got that in. You know, nice. Very nice. It could be that 1, 3, line 1 with 5s, or it could be 5, 7 dot, 7, 9 crack. Again, I have no jokers. If I get more 5 dots, maybe I could keep an eye on singles and pairs line 2. We'll see.
Courtesy
Got a
pass.
lot of things I'm thinking about right now. So we'll talk about what we're going to keep track of here.
Left.
So I've got potential line 1 on the right side, missing 5 bams for 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, mixed soup. I also have like numbers with 7s, kind of weak. I also have 5 dot, 7 dot, 7 crack, 9 crack, which would be our pung pung kong kong, line 2 on the right side. And I don't have to make a decision about anything at this point until we pick a hand. I'm going to get rid of the stuff that was left over from the Charleston first.
2 dots.
That's just the way I
Red.
play it.
Green.
And
1
hopefully
crack.
I'll fill in some tiles that will help me
Left.
with
8
direction.
3 crack. East.
Okay.
4 crack. 8 dot. 8 dot. 1 crack.
Don't think so.
So 3 bam. 8 crack. 2 bam.
All right, we'll take it. We ain't going to be
6
picky.
crack. 9 crack.
Okay. If I were to commit to that right now, I'm locked into that hand pretty much. If I call that for 5, 7, 7, 9, ooh, I am like weak here. What are you voting on, guys? I need 2 more good picks to call the 7 and 1 more good pick to call the 5. Do I do it? And then watch all my 7s go out and my 7 cracks go out and my 5 dots go out. What do you
Yep.
think?
You would really be putting
A
yourself in a
stretch.
corner
Yeah,
if you
it's
pick that
not,
up.
it's hard because if I don't call it, I got to use a joker there. If I start getting 5 dots and 7 cracks in. Hard decisions, right? Hard decisions. Phyllis, what would you do? Agnes, what would you do? Come on, I want to hear it from you all.
Yeah, I don't think I'd call it.
Ah, Phyllis, I got her changed, a changed woman.
Well, so early in the game.
I
And
know.
no,
Yeah,
They-
and you only need a pung of those 5s.
the hand looks pathetic. So
I only need a pung of 5s, which means then I should call it.
I didn't say that. Somebody
No,
else.
somebody else said I
Oh,
only need.
Yeah, well, if you do want to call, you only need the pung of 5s, but you need a pung of 7s.
I know. I mean, my other backup option is not great either. I'm missing
I
all
know.
of the, I'm missing a pair, 2 pairs and 5s, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's only one other hand that you could use the Kong of Nines in the flower 5, 7, 9 dragon hand. So
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Given the strength of everything else, though, I might go ahead and call it.
I think so
Nice.
too.
Well,
I think I'm gonna
5779.
I'm gonna call it.
Okay.
I know. Phyllis,
Sorry,
I'm the one-
Phyllis.
Look, you now won't call that early. And look, I'm stretching it now. See? Okay. Now that I'm doing that, oh my God. Now that I'm doing that, we've got all these tiles. I'm going to keep the pair of ones. Nice to keep them for a while. I am going to get out the tiles that are not on the board. Let's see what happens. Maybe I should keep, no, I won't keep it. Is there any possibility I would get 5 BAMs and 7? Maybe I should keep it.
3 dot.
And
6
may
dot.
turn to be 5-7 BAM instead of 5-7 crack.
North. 9 bam.
No, it's going to be 5-7 dot.
Or 5,
Your 7 crack goes with your 9 crack.
oh, right, that's right. I was thinking of would I get the other, no, yeah. That's
Or how
probably,
about 4 8 BAMs? That
Mm.
would,
But the way this game goes, you may pick a 7 bam and then have to decide which one to get rid of.
mm-hmm.
That's what would happen in my hand anyway.
8 dot.
Oh, we got the Norse here. Ah,
6 dot. 7 dot.
mm,
Now, if you call that, nobody's going to give you a 5 dot.
I know, but guess what? They're not going to make Mahjong either. So I'm calling it. So too bad.
Call. 7 bam. 5 dot.
Uh-oh.
uh,
5 crack.
Uh-oh.
4 bam.
No, that's good.
Yep.
4 dot.
I just need
6 crack.
another tile to be able to
Seven.
call the other 5 dot when it goes out too.
You need somebody to throw a, oh, looky there.
oh my goodness.
You need somebody to throw a flower and put up a joker with
Well,
it.
no, I got rid of it.
Call. 1
All right,
call.
reds, I got rid of it. I didn't want to wait. Oh, well, we don't know. 1 red out, 1 green. We don't know which hand he's doing right now, but I'm going to get this out.
Green. East. 9 bam. Green. Flower. West. 4 dot. 3 crack.
And we're at 55 tiles.
1
Mm.
crack.
Getting down there. Like the middle of the middle game.
Call. 6 bam.
North, south with what 2 numbers in a row? We could probably study the board and figure it out. We've done that a few times.
Call. 7 crack.
Ooh. Ooh.
Mm.
Ooh. Now, question becomes, do I use it there? I tend to say I would have to because
Yeah.
I have 2 more 5 dots available. But the 1 more 7 crack could be at the very end of the wall. So I'm going to call it. Oh my God, give me some strength here, you guys. I need a joker swap.
4 dot.
Who took 2? Amistad took 2 6 BAMs, 2 of them, 2 jokers. How
Well,
could he?
that probably means he had to change his hand.
I bet you're right.
East. 3 dot. 2 bam. 2 bam. Flower. 3 bam. 1 bam. Call. Green.
Mm.
All right. 2 dots. None are at, 1's out. 2 BAM, no, 2 crack. Where's the 2 cracks? 1, 2 dots, 2 dots. And
One
1,
crack.
1, 2 crack, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And 3 2 bams.
4 crack.
I have to get very lucky.
Uh-oh.
Oh my God. I don't believe I picked that tile right now. I have a full third of this game left.
I know.
And
Mm.
I would not throw it if I were playing in person. I'm sure none of you guys would throw that to 3 exposures, but this is a computer game. So we can take a chance and throw it. We've done that
Mhm.
before. I only have one joker. He's got one showing. We don't know what the others have. How many of you guys would take a risk right now and throw it? Or would you break your hand up at this point? With a
Mm.
whole 40 tiles left.
I don't usually like to break my hand up at this juncture.
Right, it's too early, isn't it?
And I might at this point take a chance that he's not ready to call it.
I know. It could be Mahjong. All right. Ready, set, go.
2 card. Mahjong.
Oh, shoot.
Uh, well, yeah, two
It's okay. It's
jokers.
okay, though. It's okay to do that at that point.
Uh,
You know, it's your prerogative to do that. But when you're playing in person, things are a little bit different. You know, Janet came in late with the delay on YouTube, but Janet said she would have thrown the 2 crack too. Yeah, I think anybody would take a chance at that point on the computer, especially. If you're playing where you have to pay for the whole table, I think mostly everybody would have broken up their hand in person for sure. All right, let's see. Annie, 5, 6, 7, 8, set to call Mahjong. And that was consecutive on line 7 and 3, 6, 9. Line 6, messy, messy hand. Oh my God. Okay, let's do this again. And I'm going to move these down here for a little bit. Move my pairs up and see what we
Huh.
could do with this.
Hmm.
We have not a whole lot of stuff, but we have that 1, 2 east west right there going on. And
4, 5, 6 run.
yeah, if I would want it to attach to the 1, like 1 through 5, because 4, 5, 6 doesn't do much for me at all. I really would want it to be utilizing that. 5 through 9, possibly too. 4, 2, 1, let's see. So we have the soap, we have the 4, we have 2, so we have a little bit of 2, 0, 2, 4. Well, I don't know. We're going to have to keep an eye on those ones. I'm going to get rid of this and this. And 1 through 5, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I guess this. Let's see what happens. All right, we got another 4.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll get rid of 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. This, and this. What I'd like to do, maybe I could keep this for 4, 5 with the east and west. And get rid of this. And I think this. That's a nice pass, but
Mm-hmm.
you know, playing 6, 7, crack 8, 9 dot or something like that. Maybe.
Mm.
I just don't want to get rid of any of this right now, so I'm doing it. Oh,
Yeah.
yuck. Nah. Yuck, yuck.
Gives you 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah, let me see how that looks.
Weak.
So that's why I was like, oh, I gotta keep an eye on that 1 dot, because that may change everything now. And 4, 5, 6, 7, 4, 5. I mean, do I want to keep those 1 dots now or break them up?
Well, if you kept the 2 BAMs to go with your east-west, but
Right, when I also have 4, 5.
true.
So I can't keep it all. The question is, do I want to, this is a first left. I can do a blind. Let's see what happens. And see if I get any more clarity. Normally, I don't. Well, I got a little more clarity.
And you have the white to go with that, so.
And that 5 BAM gives you the capability of doing 4, 5, 4,
Hey,
5,
guess
6.
what? 1 plus 6 equals 7.
Mm.
But you got no flowers.
No flowers. No flowers. I don't like that hand. East, west, 5, 6. East, west, 4, 5, 6, 4, 5. All right, well, I got to continue.
Second Charleston.
I don't think the 2024 is coming in, but
Hmm.
I do like this for 4, 5, 6, 7 with
Yeah.
the, line number 5. I don't want to get rid of that. So do I want to keep this east-west at this point, or do I want to just get rid of them after, let's see, or should I break it up? Get rid of this maybe.
If you keep the east and west, you definitely need to keep the 5 BAM.
Exactly, I know that. That cannot go, which means I have to break this up.
Mhm.
Ooh. I think I'm gonna do that. I don't think these ones are gonna be helping me at all. Again, breaking up a pair. Get that. Funny. It's kind of funny. Not so funny. You don't hear me laughing, do you?
Here's your
Mm.
5 BAM.
1, 2, east, west, but no. I'm just gonna, since I passed that other 1 dot, I'm not gonna pass it out right now. Oh, I got it
Oh,
back.
put it back.
I got it back. Where are the wins? Ah, that was not a very smart move at the end. Dang. All right. I don't have to make a decision, freak out right now. I could do consecutive run, line 5, line 7. With these tiles, I could do east, west, 5, BAM, 6 dot. Whatever. Let's wait till I run out of discards and we'll go from there.
1 dot. 1 BAM. 1 dot. North.
I guess he didn't want that 1 dot. And
5 crack. 7 dots.
well,
Mm.
1 7
6
dot
BAM.
going.
5 BAM.
There's a 5 BAM I can't call yet. I need a joker to cover that now if I'm doing that hand. Certainly don't need this for any reason because I can hold it for a minute, but it probably makes no sense to keep it.
4 crack. Flower. 2 dot. 2 BAM.
None out, get it
2
out.
crack. 7 crack. 6 crack. 6 crack.
Okay.
8 dot. 7 crack.
That hand is nice. If I get a couple jokers, it would be perfect almost. Not quite, but getting
2
there.
dot. South. 9 BAM. 2 BAM. 3 BAM. 4 BAM.
All right. Yeah, I know that's out. I don't know what's going to end up happening here, but I think my hand is really pointing to 5, 6 with east and west.
4, 4, 5.
Huh?
4, 4,
Or
5.
4, 5 here, and then I could do that. either way, keep it open. I think that's everything is out except for this. So I'm gonna get that out.
So 6 bam.
Let's see what comes in.
3 bam.
Ah. And is that the one that was out already? Or no?
It's not out.
What was out? The 5 bam got thrown, right?
Mhm.
Right.
Dot. Red. 6 dot.
Okay. I'm gonna
Mm.
call it. Yeah, because I don't need jokers. I can, the West's already there. I need 2 more good picks to call these other guys, so I'm calling it.
Call.
I'm doing it.
7 dot. 7 bam. 5 dot. 9 crack. Call. 1 bam.
9 cracks. I'm gonna 9 cracks.
9 crack. 7 bam. Red. Red.
Oh, I should have gotten the 5 dot out. I got to do that next. That's not out yet. So,
Yes, it is.
oh, it is? Oh, there it is.
South. 4 dot.
Call it, somebody.
3 bam. South. 1 bam.
Geez, I need
7
a
crack.
little help
8
from my
bam.
friends.
Call. North.
All right, 8 bam joker exchange available.
South.
Wrong tiles. Wrong tiles. Bummer, bummer.
5 dot. 3 crack. East.
Uh-oh.
1 dot.
Uh-oh. 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 Is this going to be a call? Maybe. We'll see.
8 crack. Call.
Yep.
5 crack. Red. So. 1 bam. East.
Oh my
Joker
God.
flop. 5 bam.
Oh, now I need 2 jokers there. Son of a gun.
Green.
And a
Call.
joker for the east.
And a joker for the east. Oh, I need 3 jokers. How's this gonna work? It isn't gonna work very well. 6 cracks. All right.
6 crack. So. 7 crack. 2 bam.
Unreal. 5 crack is up there. 5 crack is there.
5 crack. 5 crack. 3 dot. 6 crack.
That's definitely a safe tile. I'm gonna save that one. All right, let's see. Could anybody be needing the 4 dots? Are there any out? None out?
1 out.
Oh, there is one.
Line 3, second tile.
Is he needing it at all? Probably not. I'm gonna try it. Well, I'll get it out.
Dot. 2 crack. 4 bam. 4 crack.
1 joker. 1 joker.
4
That's
dot.
better than no jokers.
1 crack. 4 bam.
3 bam. That sounds like it's very fresh here. 1, oh, 1, 2.
3 bam.
Nope.
3 dot.
Give me 1 more
3 dot.
joker.
West.
I don't need it. Don't need it.
5 dot. 4 dot. 2 crack.
19 tiles left. Oh,
Joker.
oh.
Joker flop. 7 dot. 9 dot.
There's still hope. Look at that. Now, that means I still need a good pick. Another joker. Will I get it? I don't know.
Call. 8 crack. 2 bam. North. 7 bam.
Look at that.
Oh my God.
MahjCon.
Wow. Holy moly. that was lucky. I mean, how does the hand come in like that? Yeah, we know there's skill involved in this game, but when this kind of stuff happens, you know it's luck plays a
And-
big part of this game.
Thank you, Debbie.
Thank you so, so much. It's been fun. All right, everybody. Good night and be
Bye-bye.
well.
Thank
Practice,
you.
practice, practice. And thanks
Yep.
for joining in, everybody watching from YouTube as well. It's been a lot of fun.